Well, good morning, world, and a very pleasant Monday to you. Well, good morning, world, and a very pleasant...
On a wet March morning, a group of high school seniors departed from Adelphine Academy in Holly, Michigan in their school van, along with their teacher, Mrs. Starr, to visit Detroit, Michigan, and the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building, WJR Radio, to watch the taping of the interview program Focus with J.P. McCarthy. Everybody knew J.P. Joseph Priestley McCarthy was born in New York City in 1933, but made a career and legendary status in Detroit, Michigan broadcasting. He was known and loved, and he knew everybody. Politicians, athletes, entertainment moguls. He could get any of them on the phone to be on his show at the drop of a hat. And he did it all from this studio with his producer, Hal Youngblood. This photo dates to right around the time when we made our trip. Some of the class sat in the chairs and some of us stood in the production room.
Unfortunately and tragically, J.P. McCarthy has passed away. We are told that J.P. died at about 4:30 p.m., our time, at Sloan Kettering Medical Center in New York City.
J.P. McCarthy's funeral took place at St. Hugo of the Hills Catholic Church in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, and was broadcast live on local television throughout Metro Detroit. He was laid to rest in Whitechapel Cemetery in Troy, Michigan. Hello friends, it's Daryl, and we're here today in Troy, Michigan at Whitechapel Cemetery. Had a little mind freeze there for a second. And we're here today to show you the final resting place of Joseph Priestley McCarthy, forever fondly known as JP. JP McCarthy was considered the dean of Detroit radio. His interview style, his on-air personality, his commentary was always first class, first rate, and very, very kind. He interviewed the rich, famous, politically powerful, treated everybody the same. A legend here in Detroit. And his marker is pretty well clear right now, so it doesn't look like we're going to have to do very much in the way of weeding around it, but he died in 1995 at the age of 61 or 62. And Mr. McCarthy, like I said, he was very famous locally here in Detroit. His funeral service at St. Hugo's of the Hills Catholic Church in Bloomfield Hills was played live on local TV throughout the area. And it was just such a shock and tragedy when he passed. He was still active in broadcasting up until just a few months before his passing, and he is sorely missed. I did get to meet him once on a high school trip to the radio station in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building. We were able to sit in on a taping of one of his shows and meet both him and the author who he interviewed, along with his broadcast technician, or producer I guess we'd say, who was also quite famous in Detroit radio. And it was a day I fondly look back on. 2 years later, I can fondly look back on that, knowing that I got to meet him and talk to him, and it was a great experience, and it was great having him on the air for so many years. Rest in peace, Mr. McCarthy. Well, it doesn't look much different, but I pulled some of the overhanging grass away, because this one's really not bad at all. And we left him a shiny little token to say we were here. His gravesite is just a few feet away from legendary Detroit weatherman Sonny Elliott. Here's a map I've got from the office at the Whitechapel Cemetery. On this map I've got it laid out sideways because that's how it fits best, but this is the north side right here. This is Long Lake Road and the main entrance. Right here's the main entrance. So this is north, south, west, and east. So if you come in the main entrance, go all the way down to the roundabout, around the roundabout till you're in front of the mausoleum. Hang a right. When you get to the polar bear statue, you're going to make a left. After the polar bear, you're going to turn right. And we get down to this first corner down here. J.P. McCarthy is right there. There's a big stone monolith right behind his grave, about 50 yards. He's also right next to, within 15 feet of Sonny Elliott. The other famous grave sites I have on here right now, there's not very many yet, but there will be. We've got, I say, JP and Sonny here. Right over here, if you come in the main entrance, hang a quick right at the first street, come around past the big curve. Dr. Jack Kevorkian is right here. If you were to come in the main entrance, make the first left turn, loop around past the maintenance driveway. Right in this area here, you'll find John Z. DeLorean.